about to give them what they want.
Go Beastmode, dude.
I don't think they're ready for this, though. Beast mode, yeah. Beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode.
What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, representing Pup Chasers, and you already know. Head on down to TigerFitness.com and get your Pump Chaser subs, guys. You know, we got Black Friday coming. How many of you guys excited for Thanksgiving? Guys, I'm very excited for Thanksgiving. I've already said my prayers. I'm ready to eat. Anyway, fam, so check it. This gonna be a video, hopefully not too long, man. But you know how I do when I get on my roll. Alright, hopefully it won't be too long. Alright, but long story short, guys, I've said it many times, and I'll say it again. Bodybuilding is a discipline that is backed by all, not some, all universal laws and principles. That's one of the many reasons why you literally get exactly what the fuck you put in. You give half, you get fucking half. This game is fucking cold, okay? You gotta be all in with this shit. You literally gotta breathe this shit, sleep this shit. Like, you gotta do this shit. Go groceries, and when you buy food, you gotta buy food that aligns with your goals. Like, this shit is real. That's why it's called a lifestyle, you get it? You feel me? Like, this is a lifestyle. But not only is it a discipline, guys, it's an art. Well, at least it's supposed to be. Right? It's supposed to be an art too, which is why one of my favorite shirts that you can get at Beastmode316.com has Serge Nubray right on there. Why? Because literally he says that as one of his quotes. It's an art. The brother was tapped in. Tapped in. Which is why on the picture, you see the sun disk behind his head. He was tapped in, brothers and sisters. Tapped in. My brother, Serge Nubray. He paved the way. And just like we have philosophy, you know, thinkers, great thinkers of the past like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Machiavelli, the list goes on. Marcus Aurelius, right? The list goes on. We have training philosophy. So when I call people out like Mike Israetel, Greg Doucette, Layne Norton, I'm just trying to philosophize that all. That is all. Just want to philosophize. Maybe a friendly debate. By the way, shout outs to Mike Israetel. You know, Mike Israetel actually messaged me, guys. And he said he's willing to debate me. So we might be setting up a debate real soon. He said he didn't watch my video. I wanted to give him a chance to at least watch my video before we do a video. But regardless if he watches it or not, if he wants to do a live debate, I'm all for it. He actually messaged me. I respect that. That man has a PhD like Layne Norton. PhD, you know, gets followers like Layne Norton. App like Layne Norton, right? But Mike Israetel is the one who messages me. See, I feel like you in Hollywood, Layne. You know? I remember Bio Layne. You know, what happened to that Layne? You know, Layne, I'm starting to believe you're not all about the science. Yes, to some degree you are about the science, but I believe you just really get off on proving you're right and others are wrong. Because if you were all about the science, if someone attacks some shit you say, why not defend it? I stand on every tip I give. Every tip I give, I stand on. See, I feel like you in Hollywood, Layne. You know, I knew this shit was coming. Let me tell you how I knew this shit was coming. When I saw you do that podcast interview with Greg Doucette. You did that podcast interview with Greg Doucette. I knew it was only a matter of time. Layne Norton probably said to himself, why does Greg have so much more following than me? I got a PhD. He got a master's degree. He works out. I work out. Why? Oh, Greg talks about other people. I should do the same. Notice you've been doing that shit more frequently ever since. And congratulations. You're getting more followers. Congratulations. You finally cracked the code.
This is a video from Mike Rashid. Now, I don't know if this is a conflict of interest, but I'm going to disclose the COI. I've met Mike a couple times, always super nice to me. That being said, part of me is like I really have a hard time going hard on people who are nice, but this got sent to me by a lot of people, so we're going to see what Mike had to say.
You've been eating a lot of carbs, you're looking a little fluffy.
In your video, you said out your tongue, your words, not mine, I hate to do this. Mike has always been nice to me, right before you called him out, due to a misunderstanding, by the way.
Make no damn sense, because you are saying it's nutrient conversion technology. It's going to help you convert carbohydrates to glucose. But then you're saying it's lowering the glucose response. What happened? What happened? I don't understand. Mike's always been very nice to me, but the claims in this particular product and the claims that he is making don't make sense.
You called him out due to a misunderstanding, right? Just a choice of words. You said, I hate to do this. No, you don't. Because if you would hate to do this, you would have tried to put some resistance on your decision. Maybe called him first. Did you try? I don't know if you did or not. I'm just asking, Layne. Did you call Mike first before you recorded and posted that video online for the world to see? No, because you only give a fuck about the views. That's the kind of man you became lately. You only give a fuck about trying to prove you right and other motherfuckers are wrong. That's the kind of man you became lately. Because you brag about your research. If you would have done a little research, just a little research, you would have discovered with a little research, just a little, that Mark Lobliner is a part of that brand as well. Now, fun fact, isn't Mark one of the people that helped you out in the beginning of your career? Used to be with a company called Salvation, if I'm not mistaken. Did Mark help you get on board? It's a full circle experience. That's how energy works, guys. This is a full circle experience. Notice how the man who tried to put food in your mouth with your actions, you try to take food out of his. That's exactly what you did. Let's just call it what it is. Trying to take food out of somebody's mouth, making them look bad online. That's exactly what you did. You didn't even try. I hate to do this. No, you don't hate to do this.
Part of me is like I really have a hard time going hard on people who are nice.
You only gave a fuck about the views. You didn't even do a little research. You didn't even do a little bit of research. Didn't even try to call the man first. You did it for the views, period. To bring attention to yourself, period. You said he's always been nice to me.
Mike's always been very nice to me. Mike's always been very nice to me.
But you know why he's always been nice to you? Because he's hoping maybe you return the same kindness. You know? You ever thought of that? This Layne Norton, he's a sheriff. There's a new sheriff in town. Dun-dun-dun, got the hands. Dun, dun, dun. Mike Rashid. I really hate to do this, buddy, but there's a new sheriff in town, and your time is up. Yeah, that's you, Layne Norton. Your time is up, buddy. There's a new sheriff in town. I saw you on the Andrew Huberman podcast talking about hard training.
And I said, like some people will ask me, like, how does this person make progress? Because, their programming is, it's not evidence-based or this guy, how's he, like, his exercises are dumb. And I'll say, yeah, but they train really hard for 20 years. Like, one commonality you see between, like, really successful athletes or bodybuilders is they train really hard. And so one of the things I really like that Mike Israetel said, who's got a PhD and is a bodybuilder himself, he said, you can't out-science hard training. That if you're looking to build muscle and you're looking to improve your body composition, the main thing is just doing the work over time.
Consistency and the hard work. Now,
you should be disqualified. You need to talk about nutritional science. That's your lane. Layne, stay in your lane. Layne, hard training. Look at this clip.
So you might as well be in pain from stuff you do at the gym that improves your life overall. Let's talk about the injuries I've gone through. 2 herniated discs in my lumbar spine, 2 bulge discs in my lumbar spine, 2 herniated discs in my cervical spine, a fully torn right pectoral that required surgery in 2008, a partially torn left pectoral, partially torn left adductor, partial muscle tears in both of my hips.
Layne, you got injuries like Jackie Chan. And you know what's funny about Jackie Chan? Jackie Chan did his own movie stunts. What's your excuse for all that shit? Disobeying the laws of physics? Layne, are you a scientist / powerlifter, or are you a stuntman? Let me find out you a powerlifter, scientist, and stuntman on the weekends. Yeah, stuntman on the weekends. Mistreating your body? Hard training is important. Yes, it is, Layne. Very important. But guess what's more important? Good training. Good training. Smart training. That's important too. You need a little blend of both. You need intensity with intelligence. The 2 I's. You need intensity with intelligence. That's your 2 I's. Intensity, intelligence. The logical mind, the emotional mind. Intensity, intelligence, and then you focus with the I. That's why when we do holds, it's called Isometrics. Peep this game. When you do holds and you focus and you hold them, like you hold poses, it's called Isometrics because you're tapping into the mind's eye. Intensity, intelligence, focus. It's not just training hard. With all due respect, Ronnie Coleman is the GOAT. The numbers don't lie. The universe has spoken. Ronnie Coleman is one of the GOATs of bodybuilding. With all due respect, that man trained hard too. Intensity, intelligence, and focus. That's how you have longevity in this game. Talking about some training hard. Look at this clip of Layne Norton right here. Layne Norton over here slapping himself, getting all psyched up for these lifts. Now I will say this, Layne's form has improved over the years, but let's just say, guys, there are some slight flaws in his form that could potentially get him injured in the future. And I know for a fact he's not stretching, he's against stretching.
And some of you aren't gonna like this video. The first thing that is dogma that based on available evidence does not reduce your risk of injury, stretching.
So I'm curious to see if he's ever gonna get hurt again. I'm definitely taking my notes. There's definitely still some flaws in his form. Okay? See, notice guys, yes, Layne Norton has records in powerlifting. Give credit where credit is due. But what I've noticed from watching some powerlifters, I've noticed some of the strongest powerlifters, they're real quiet and calm. They tend to focus on every little detail. Notice there's no mirrors at a powerlifting platform. There's no mirrors on that platform. You have to really be in tune with your body. Focus on every little detail. It's all angles. The positions of your joints in space determines how much torque from the joints you're gonna get it. You know, depending on how you're built, the length of your limbs, you're gonna have to position your body in the best mechanical advantage possible, and that can take time to master. They use all the energy they have focusing on keeping their core tight, bracing it, getting the air. You know, they don't necessarily psych themselves up like that. They don't psych themselves up like that because They want to ensure that every rep is the same exact way every fucking time. All that energy you're using to stomp your feet and scream at the weights, you could be using that energy to brace your fucking core, pull as much air in. Remember, air pressure matters too, guys. Air pressure matters too. When we're pumping our muscles, it's not just the glycogen. You know, glycogen makes muscles hold water, but salts do too. Peep this fucking game. Just like water is an energy source for the body, air is too. Notice even in the Bible, Adam did become a living soul until breath was breathed through his nostrils. Air is very important. We are spiritual beings, and breath literally means spirit. Breath literally means spirit. Breathe. Remember, bodybuilding is backed by all universal laws and principles, so all those spiritual laws apply to bodybuilding. The best powerlifters, they tapping in with they making sure each foot is planted just right, everything. And they do this shit over and over and over again in the off season, really perfecting those patterns. It's all brain patterns, brainwave patterns. And here you got Layne Norton psyching himself up. Not only is he psyching himself up, there's slight flaws in his technique. There's a good chance he can get injured again. I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying there's a good chance he will. He's already injured himself many times before. You were on Bradley Martyn's podcast the other day. I just saw it. And you said that shit again about stretching not being beneficial.
For example, this is really going to piss some people off, but the research on like static stretching reducing injuries, it pretty much doesn't exist.
Look, I'm not saying stretching will prevent injuries, but I'm saying programming some stretching into your regimen does have its benefits, and it can reduce the chance of injury. Absolutely, it can reduce the chance of injury. If you're really fucking stiff, stretching can help loosen you up. That has its benefits. Now, if you're already a limber, loose person, maybe stretching won't do much for you, right? It's all about balance. Stretching is a tool, and it could benefit people if they use it. I explained it in my video, never heard back, and it's cool. Let me just tell you something, guys. Layne Norton, the man, his lane is nutritional science. His lane is nutritional science, and there's flaws in his training philosophy. With that said, guys, he's been talking about the same shit for years. Like, I'm studying other shit. Let me show you something right here. The body is like an electrical system. It literally is an energy-based vehicle, okay? And when you're tight, right, and all bunched up, it affects your flow. So Layne telling people not to stretch, look, if all you care about hitting some PRs, fine, don't fucking stretch. Don't. But if you want to look good, not just look good, but feel good too, loosen the fuck up. Let me tell you something. The good Lord said be upright. But Layne, he's uptight. Uptight. See, I want to be upright, not uptight. Go stretch. He's telling y'all to stretch. He on Bradley Martyn. Bradley Martyn, if you watching this video, you got this man on your platform putting out this kind of information. Hey, man. Guys and gals, I don't want to be all stiff and uptight. I want to be upright. Remember, the English language is so cold, so many hidden messages. Peep this game. Notice if we go up and right, we got a 90-degree angle, guys. Remember, Sega geometry, also backed by universal law. We got a 90-degree angle. And a 90-degree angle is also called the right angle. See, I'm just trying to give the people of this fitness-based community, bodybuilding-based community, whatever you want to call it, a different angle to see things from. When you see things from a different angle, you can make better choices to fit you. That's all. Some people don't even know being all stiff can fuck with your energy. So yeah, man, I'm disappointed in the man Layne has become. You in Hollywood. Hey, congratulations on your success, Layne. But you're no master teacher, brother. Your lane is nutritional science. You're no master teachers. Too many holes in your game, brother. Too many holes in your game. You're no master teacher. And shit, you won't even stand on your words. I called you out with facts worth my debate. You're the same man who said BCAAs build muscle. Now, eventually, you retracted your statements once evidence came out. But where were those human, randomized, controlled trials at?
Let's talk about the human randomized controlled trials. Human randomized controlled trials.
See, you said BCAAs build muscle because you jumped the gun. Just that simple. Just like you jumped the gun with the stretching shit. Also, in this Bradley Martyn, look, so many holes in Layne Norton's game, it's not even funny. In this Bradley Martyn podcast video, listen to this right here. Listen to this.
Pain is more like an emotion, and there are certain things that can, they referred in this paper I read to pain as like a gate, okay? And there are certain things that will lower or raise your gate. So
he said pain is an emotion.
Pain is more like an emotion, and
that's a great topic to debate on. See, if Layne would just, hit me back, we could debate on that because I strongly disagree with that. Let me tell you something, guys. Pain is not an emotion. Pain is a signal. It's a stress signal. Emotions are feelings. And we use our heart to weigh those feelings. Like we use a scale. To weigh our foods so we can get those macros. The heart weighs our feelings. And then we use the mind to break them down by the numbers. But it takes a high level of discernment to get to that level. Which is why you gotta be honest with yourself. Pain is a signal to get your attention. Feelings is how we make sense of this shit. At the end of the day, we are made up of cells and we have barriers. If you're experiencing pain, you have received the signal to get your attention because it has penetrated your barrier. Pain is a signal. Now the thoughts that come with that pain, the feelings that come with that pain, that's the emotions. That's your energy, the energy moving within you. And how you react, how you respond, the decisions you make based off that pain is your energy in motion. Perfect example, right? I'm dieting. I'm doing no cheat meals, just strictly macros and one refeed day a week. No cheat meals whatsoever. I'm strictly sticking to numbers. So it's 3:30 p.m. and it's time for me to eat, right? Denise, she comes home with some baby back ribs. That's my shit. See, sight, signal, the lights hit my eyes. Smell, signal. See, we measure our experience through our senses. See, I'm getting the signal. But now my emotions, I'm swimming through my emotions. Those smells are doing something to me. That sweet barbecue sauce is doing something to me. It's taking me back to the good days, Daddy on the grill and shit, Listen to some OJs and shit, bringing me back. I can smell them. I can already taste them because you smell through your mouth too. You don't just smell through the nose, you smell through the mouth too. I'm smelling them, tasting them. I can taste the air. I can taste the air. Those are signals. As I'm getting those signals, it's taking me through an emotional roller coaster. Although I'm physically not on the roller coaster, my senses are taking me through an emotional roller coaster. I now have a decision to make. Do I eat those fucking ribs and say, fuck it, add an extra cardio tomorrow, no big deal? Or do I just say, look, man, you got a goal coming up. We got 4 weeks left. We need to make all 4 weeks count. Fuck them ribs. Them ribs are still gonna be there 4 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now. It ain't no fucking seasonal shit. You can get ribs any fucking time. Let's fucking keep going. That's how my mind talks to me, by the way. If you're ever in a situation where the feelings, where your emotions are outweighing the logical mind, that's gonna cause an internal tug of war. What is an internal tug of war? That's energy, because there's back and forth. And when you finally make a decision and you act on it, that is your energy. The energy that was moving within you, that is your energy in motion. My logical mind clearly told me, look, 4 weeks, we gotta make all this shit count. We gotta make all this fucking shit count. Let's just toughen up and we'll get them ribs later. Fuck that shit. But my emotional said, no, I want to feel good. I want that high. You know that high you get, that dopamine rush you get. Then you get the itis, you want to take a nap after a good meal. You know, I want that high. So my emotions outweigh the logic. Now guess what? In science, the E is not just a letter. The E is a symbol. It stands for electron charge and it stands for energy. So E represents energy. So think of emotions. It's your energy in motion. Emotion. Your energy in motion. You're seeing me as I'm eating that cheat meal. You're seeing my energy in motion. There's a reason why I let my emotions outweigh the logic. There's a reason for that. And I need to get to the bottom of that. Because if I get to the bottom of that, my life will change. Because that demon has a control of my life to some degree. I gotta understand, why do I keep feeding this demon? Why can't I tame him? You know, so I don't agree with pain being an emotion. Pain is a signal. Now, how you feel about that signal, that's your emotions. Your actions is your energy in motion, because there's a reason for every action you take. Whether you realize it or not, regardless of other people know it or not, there's a reason for all of your actions. You know, to be real with you, I think I just proved you wrong right there, but I'll let the people decide. You know,
Pain is more like an emotion. And
what do y'all think about that? Who do y'all think is right? I think I'm fucking right. Not only am I right, but it's backed by other arts that I've been studying. You know, Leonardo da Vinci said it best. He said, study the science of art, study the art of science, and realize everything is connected. So I want to learn a little bit about everything. You know, like I said, I'm on some other shit. I'm on some freaky shit. I'm on some freaky shit. You hear me? Like, and if Layne Norton wants to debate me, I could literally come at him from so many angles. And then the shit I fuck with is backed by neuroscience. Remember, Kabbalah, all is mind. If all is mind, you need to know how the mind works. Study that brain. The shit I'm fucking with is backed by neuroscience. So Layne couldn't debate me if he wanted to. I mean, if he wants to just get on camera and say, yes, Chris, yes, you're right. Oh, you're right, Tracy Jones. I mean, yeah, if he wants to do that shit, yeah, hop on debate, Layne. Like I said, Layne, we're happy for your success, brother. Just feel like you in Hollywood, that's all. You be all in your Instagram comments, going back and forth with people. All on your Twitter, going back and forth with people. Holler at me. Let's put that science to the test. Well, anyway, don't forget to like my shit. comment, subscribe, and please, pretty please, buy 30 of them bitches. Minimum. Peace.
We need a moment of silence before we fuck up these weights.